Hey everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. My name is Monica. I am the editor-in-chief of Tangaza magazine. We're going to be filming this short film that we've worked on with Zamani skateboards, sorry. But to start off with, I just want to introduce you to the space. So for those of you that are not familiar, we're in the Santori Salon. Super cool group of people who run programming around upskilling DJs and producers. So if you're trying to enter that space, there's a bunch of us on this stage who've graduated. It's a friendly space, it's a free space, but just remember to be mindful. They've been kind enough to let us in here. So when we leave, just leave stuff as there and then we'll sit down. But to no further ado, we'll start the screening. Sorry? Yeah. Okay, we'll play it one more time. Okay, cool. So we're now going to a bit of a Q&A with the amazing creators of the film that you all just watched. So if you can start with everyone introducing themselves for formalities. I know most of you guys are familiar with Adam and Anto, but starting with you, Adam.
We want Mr. Ngis to join us here first. So, yeah. My name is Adam Yawe. I run a small brand called Zamani Skateboards. And I wrote the story for this and I shot some additional footage.
Naitwa Antony Mwangi. I'm a skateboarder and an artist.
Naitwa David Ngis. Mi ndo nime-edit. Yeah.
My name is Kalanzi Kalibwani, and I'm executive producer.
So starting off with, what was the inspiration behind Mandoto?
See, the idea came together because I've always been a fan of skateboarding. I guess I used to skate when I was a kid. I just think it's a cool culture. And I've also realized that I feel like creatives thrive. I like projects that collaborate across mediums, so if it's like fusing fashion with music, music with skateboarding. So that's kind of where the idea came from. I just had this idea and I brought it to Adam. I was like, what if we collaborated on like a capsule collection of clothing, and then we like created a video, a skate video where the clothes can be featured, and then we can have original music in the video as well, just to kind of merge all of those three mediums of creativity. So that's where the idea came from. Then I brought it to Adam, and he was like, I actually already have a storyboard ready. And yeah, I guess he can take over from there.
Yeah, so very many years ago at Uhuru Park, actually, we were with Anto and another skater called Vicky who runs a brand called Woodwise. Thinking about this idea for a brand called Matatu Skateboards. Thinking of what would be the graphics for this brand, like ideally to be like a Matatu graphics. But then we're also thinking like what would a skate video for Matatu Skateboards look like? And the idea was now like a skateboarder wakes up in the morning, gets ready, gets on a Matatu, and then comes to town, and then the sesh is now like the skate video. Then I had the idea of like, what if the skater falls asleep in the Matatu? And then, yeah, that's basically where the idea started. I wrote the script, I took it to a skater called Junior. Junior wrote the storyboards very quickly. And almost like just a few months after I did that is when Kalanzi approached us to make this thing. I thought, yeah, let's just go with this one.
And here we are.
Yeah, and in case it wasn't clear, all of the drip that Anto was wearing in the video, that is the like fashion collection that we collaborated on. Adam designed everything. I gave him some ideas, but it was, he's the one that executed. It's kind of based off of a kanga. Yeah, and it will be available. You can see the guy out there is wearing it, and it will be available for sale. Yeah, the whole day.
Cool. So to dive a bit into your processes, I know, Adam, you've spoken about it a bit just now, but I think it would be great to hear what role each of you played in the creation of the film and what your process was like in putting it together.
So yeah, I wrote the script. Then Junior did the storyboards. Then we knew the only person who could film this was our man here, Mr. Ngis. So we brought him out of retirement to come and film the video. And yeah, I did some additional filming, but everyone else can talk about what they did specifically.
So scared. So sema really scared.
I was expecting you were going to ask me a question so I can answer.
Oh, I was just asking if we go around with everyone explaining their process, the role that they played in the creation of the film.
Oh, okay. You guys have already... Huh? Okay, so actually acha nianze na story ya e-sport. E-sport ni place inaitwa Banana. That's where I'm from. It's my place yenye tulikuwa tunaenda kuskate most of the times cause mandizi. Banana sio literal hivyo. Banana si ati ni place kuna mandizi mob. Come on man. What? Mi hata sijui hiyo jina ilitoka wapi. Eh? Zilikuwa mob. Oh, kuna msee anajua hiyo history. I guess ilikuwa mob. But kuna soko, it's a marketplace. Na tulikuwa tunaenda hapo kuskate. Na wasa home wenye wako hapa kina Honest, kina Ian. Na yeah, cause yeah, it was one of the like only places zenye we could skate freely bila kusumbuliwa, cause there's a way watu wanaona skateboarding. I don't know, I think there's a certain type of people who see art as like a rebellion society ama kitu kaya. So we always get chased kila everywhere. So that was like one of the safe spaces kwa soko. So ile siku hakuna soko, we go and have fun in the wood and all those things hapo. So when Adam approached me with the idea, it made sense to shoot it hapa cause from hapa tunge move pia to Tao. So the concept was una fantasize ukiwa kwa basi venye una skate alafu ukiamka unajipata Tao. And yeah, so it was an interesting session for filming mostly. Iyo trick ya kwanza, iyo for those who don't know, it's iyo flip ya kwanza it took me like an hour to do, like 1 hour continuously. You're almost giving up, then you try again. Unachoka, unakuwa mchafu. And when you land it, you feel like it's like heaven on earth, mazi. Like fuck. Yeah, it feels good. And yeah, I really appreciate the support of these guys. There's other people you are with. Nikikuita, mkono yako. Mguu, actually. Skateboard. Anesta alikuwa hapo. Dreadlocks. Who else? Kuna Nat. Kwapi Nat? Nat Ndangasi. Let's see you, man. Let's see you. Yeah. Umse alikuwa hapo, alikuwa anapata behind the scenes, but ni kama amepoteza hizo clips, man. Film. Hizo behind the scenes. Yeah, they were so good, man. Like that big, there's a gap up on him skate. Here gap, there was an older guy, like a really old guy. I think alikuwa na walking stick. Alikuwa on the other side of the spot akitushautia. Anasema, "Mnafanya nini hapo?" He was shouting so much. He was causing a scene, mazi. Kulikuwa na scene hapo, kulikuwa na wase wengi sana. But hata kama tutaona hizo clips, you've heard the story by word of mouth. And yeah, also the last spot here downhill, it was a bank in Akaivi. It was a spot that I used to look at every time nikiwa kwa basi nikienda tao kuskate. Cause sikuwa naweza kusimama hapo cause ni kama halfway, like ni place tu huwezi simama hivyo kama una reason. So hiyo siku tulipata reason ya kusimama. Tukaenda hapo. Pia hapo I wish tunaweza pata behind the scenes. Pia hapo kulikuwa na scene tukiskate cause so alikuwa anashangaa hawa so wana commit suicide ama. Yeah man, like but yeah, ili succeed. Sikuumia but tulibambikana venye ilikani kama nimeanguka cause actually nilianguka but nijua but there's a way when you skate a lot you learn how to fall. So injuries zinakuanga minor, like not so main. Most common injuries ni kama your ankles, like spraining nini. Yeah, ama kugongwa huku na skateboard. So yeah, it was a bit hectic but tulifurahi venye nilianguka hivyo cause ili make sense na hiyo script cause kuanguka ni kama shock, so inakuamsha mbio. So kama ulikuwa unaota alafu ukagongwa na mawe, kuna venye unaweza amka mbio. So it's the same concept. So yeah, this spot ledge kwa hapa iko near Two Rivers, kama unajua Two Rivers. Kipata time unaweza enda usikie tukitaka. I think kuna stalls zimefunguliwa hapo but mnaweza ongea nao. Yeah, so yeah, that's the story behind the action.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks guys.
Hello. So, story yangu. Adam alianza, okay, ilikuwa lini? 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Adam alinicall, akanishow wako na story. Alafu alikuwa anataka tuifanye pamoja since tulikuwa tusha work before, but yeah, ilikuwa tu like alinishow like a skate project, anataka to film, to edit, and then like alikuwa very particular na like venye anataka ikae. So akanishow storyboards. Initially ilikuwa mtu alifanya storyboards ndio alikuwa afanye the animation side, but haiku work out hivyo. So tukaamua na Adam after kuongea for a while that tutaifanya ikikaa hivi. Yeah, so story yenyewe si interesting vile because nilikuwa nimekaa like the same place like for 1.5 years, like every week maybe one shot a week kitukaa hiyo. Yeah, but ilikuwa slow, na hatukuwa like a set deadline, so yeah, tukaiwork ikaisha. Nice. Yeah.
You know, me, I didn't do much. I made phone calls, you know. I would just, I called Adam, I said, what do you think of this idea, you know? And then we would just be calling every week. I guess as the executive producer, you're just supposed to make sure that the project is keeping on going. Like these guys said, we didn't have too much of a set deadline, so it took how long that it took. I guess I helped with the musical direction a bit. I talked with Lucarito and Karuga, two very, very talented musicians from Kenya, even Kanivo. I told them the concept, and yeah, they sent me some songs. I showed them to Adam, he liked them. Even me, I have a song on there, I was singing Kiasi. But yeah, me, I was just making phone calls, that's all I did. Not much, these guys did most of the work.
Okay, before I open
he's humble.
Before I open it up to audience questions, can we expect more of the same hopefully in the future.
Inshallah.
I like that.
Oh, yeah, expect skateboarding mob. The scene is growing, so expect nothing less.
Yeah, in the next 5 years.
Okay, can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
I'm just curious what all of these people here, what their favorite part of the film is.
Every part. Anto akibail, like hiyo place ya mwisho. Hiyo like ni down ilama ni nini? Yeah, hiyo bank, yeah. Because alibail like twice. Ama ilikuwa sijui how many times. Yeah, wacha ongele.
Oh, yeah, my favorite part ni Mandizi. My favorite part ni hiyo part yenye nimefanya hiyo flip yenye ilichukua 1 hour. Sijui mbona vitu zinakuanga satisfying ukiwork sana for them. Yeah, that's my favorite part. Thanks.
I think my favorite is the whole intro section because Ngis's animations up are just clean, very pretty. Oh, what's your favorite part?
It's the whole thing. I think it was the entire concept. And I'm not even capping, but because I'm not a skateboarder, it's not my world, but it was like a really cool way of getting into it, if that makes sense, because it's not standard, it's not typical. The style of the whole thing is not something that you see every day. So I thought it was really cool. You guys killed it. Yeah. So does anyone have any questions for these guys up here?
Hey guys, first of all, I love everything about this stuff, from the writings. If you can see the writings, the storyboards, it's so planned, and the whole concept, the switching from animation to, but you guys worked individually but as a collective, right? So I'd like to ask what was on your mind, literally, that one thing on your mind knocking daily when you're working on this stuff? Was it the same concept and switches, or what was in your mind at the moment?
Like what was keeping us going, essentially. So just that concept. I think the concept was dope. It was, at least for me, I thought even that idea of switching between animation, like live action, was something you don't see often. But then also having heavy hitting tricks in a story-based video is not something you see often. Like usually say the skate video or it's a music video, and the skating you see in music videos is not that on point. So to like combine Anto's dope skating with the dope animations of Ngis, and then the whole concept being awesome, that was what kept me going. Don't know about you guys.
For me, it was just like 3 days. What is 3 days of filming? But was it 3 days? 4 days. Lakini sio consistently. Tulikuwa tunaenda weekend, Sunday, cause Sunday ndo hautapata watu wengi kwa streets. So unaweza skate bila kusumbuliwa. So ilikuwa, I think, 1 month. So every weekend, every Sunday, yeah.
Okay, me ilikuwa for a while. So I think nilikuwa sitaki kudisappoint pia Adam, because like the first idea yenye ilikuwa tufanye haikuwork. So I think ni like exercise kwangu as a marathon, like kufanya kitu over like a long while ilikuwa challenge, na I think kila binadamu anataka ku overcome challenges. So pia Anto aliskate vinoma. Yeah.
Actually, na feel sijajibu hiyo swali. Yeah, sikujibu. So what kept me going is my love for skateboarding.
I mean, I guess for me, it's just I was just thinking about like this moment just now. You know, I knew that the idea was dope, and it would take a lot to execute. But yeah, see, I wanted to execute so that the community could see and just, you know, just feel something when they see it. So yeah, that's I guess what I was thinking about the whole time.
You're the guy looking at the final copy, right? So, what made you realize you was finished doing the everything from filming to editing? How did you know it was a finished project?
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's a question that, I mean, Adam and I both executive produced. So, I mean, just looking at it and I guess you just know, you just look at it and you're like, okay, yeah, that's dope, it's finished. The colors look good, the animation is good. When you show it to someone and you ask if, does it make sense? They tell you that, yeah, it makes sense, it's dope. So, yeah, does that answer your question?
No.
No? Man, I don't know what to tell you. You know, you just know. It's hard to say how you know, but you just look at it and you know that it's finished. Yeah, Cindy or Adam? Can you answer the question?
I mean, we had a script, we had a storyboard. So I guess once we knew that we had captured the flow of the whole story, and that's when we knew at least the filming was done. But we knew the film was done when the color grading was done, which was literally on Wednesday. So yeah, that's how we knew.
So in short, you can say it was a premeditated murder.
Yeah, you can say that. A script is a premeditation. Yeah. Any more questions? Okam, want to record your question, please.
Check.
Mic check.
Kwanza hiyo vida ni noma ya serious. Yeah, hiyo vida nimeenda shule. So niko na swali, like the bail hiyo hapo bypass, was it part of the story, like the bail part?
The bail.
Yes.
The bail. I feel like saa zingine kuna the main script that you're following, but some things can happen inside while you're doing the work that can also fit in kwa hiyo story mnataka kuweka. So pia kuna kuanga na hiyo element ya kuimprovise, yeah? Like
So
hiyo iko imepangwa, si ati nilikuwa nimepanga nianguke, but iliwaki hivyo. So yeah, I think kuna kuanga na room for improvising pia, si ndio? Yeah.
So
Experimenting.
when are you going back to the spot?
To the spot?
Yes.
Just give me a call, mazi tuende pamoja.
Yeah. I mean,
From the chairman.
I want to ask, why did you do it switch?
Switch. For those who don't know, skateboarding, if you start skating on this side, you're regular. If you start skating on this side, you're goofy. So, but this is the reason why skateboarding ni challenging sana. Even if you learn all your tricks on this side, you still have to go and start learning again on this side. And when you start learning on the other side, you feel like you're a beginner again. Like, you have no balance, you have no control. But the way my skateboarding started, it was a bit weird. Because sikujua which side I'm supposed to be on. I didn't know if I was supposed to be on this side or on this side. So I was trying things on both sides all the time. Like, so some things I can do better on this side, some things I can do better on this side. And things that need speed, I can do better on this other side. But normal, like tricks, I learned better on this side. So, I don't know if you guys understand, eh? But if you guys, when you go watch the video, maybe you can observe how the sides are changing. So yeah, why? The reason, cause it adds on to like a taste, like a yeah, like steez, you know what I'm saying?
Also, one more question. I've seen Ngis style, man. How would you describe your animation? Because I see it's somewhat colorful, and then also dark, and then it's trippy, man. Yeah.
Saizi okay, iko na influence ya collage na experimental kidogo, like kumix traditional like oil hivyo venye tu huwa oil inakaa na collage style, so like naweza sema in between like collage na experimental. Yeah.
All right, I got a question. So, what was the inspiration behind the merchandise? So there was a babushka, there's a overcoat. So what was the inspiration?
Well, I think the original inspiration was to take something that's, I guess, quintessentially Kenyan or East African, like the kanga, and reinterpret it into something that felt fresh, urban, modern, and also related to skateboarding. So Adam had the idea to have. So we have the motifs. Obviously, can you show the people? So obviously the visual motifs of skateboarding, like the bearings and the trucks, but then also the jina. Adam came up with this. Dawa ya kuumia ni kucommit. I feel like you guys can all, like. You have a tattoo that says that? Oh, yeah, and then I guess the babushka was my idea because I felt like that's just another way to just, it's kind of like a kanga, but like, kids these days like to wear babushkas, like it's like flights or something. It's stilo, so my idea was to just, let's make it a kanga, but a babushka. So that also like, I also feel like it opens it up to a new type of market, like, you can wear it around your head, like, you can wear it as a top. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to be said.
Yeah, like Lanzi said, the idea was, taking something East African. Because that's what Lanzi had pitched initially, is like, can we make a skate video that's somehow East African in a way? So the kanga came to mind because it's in an East African garment quintessentially. But yeah, everything is described makes sense. The truck is a skate truck, an old school skate truck. The motif here is actually like the strap you'll see on a matatu speaker, but then instead of a speaker, it's a bearing. And that also inspired like the transition at that point where Anto looks at the matatu speaker, then it transforms into a bearing. Yeah, then the vest was inspired by Makangas because he falls asleep in a matatu. And the pants were just, kanga pants are just a dope looking thing to make.
Hi guys. First of all, great video. Mine is a quick one. When will the merchandise be available for purchase?
Today. In the mist.
Yo, Skitty, get up.
Firstly, really great video. I really enjoyed all the ways that your different interests like worked together. My question is about the choice to animate the real life parts, but then the dream parts are non-animated. I'm interested in the choice to do that.
I think that came up when now putting together the script, because it was also that question of like which part is actually real. Is your daily life when you're sitting in matatus, getting ready, is that real, or is it when you're on the skateboard that's real? Because a lot of people lose themselves in skateboarding, and things feel a lot more vivid even when you're skateboarding, more than when you're just doing mundane day-to-day tasks. So it was exactly like you said, it was to kind of switch that around. When are you really awake? When are you really asleep?
It's really cool.
Let's talk the soundtrack selection. Personally, I fuck hard with the soundtrack selection, and how it switches with the animation and how the animation and the real part. So, but my question is, when you guys were actually doing the syncing of the music, the soundtrack, and the whole film, what brought it up together? Like, how many did you chop shit out and stuff?
I think because I gave Lanzi the assignment of, I just need tracks for a dream sequence and I need tracks for a skate sequence. So maybe you can speak more to like what made him choose the specific tracks that are there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was. I mainly started with the dream sequence. Like Lucarito is one of my good friends and collaborators. He's always sending me beats. So that's the first place that I went. And also when I kind of think of like, I don't know, because the idea was to kind of like we said with the Kangas, take something that is quintessentially East African and kind of present it in kind of a modern, cool way. And when I think of like, I don't know, a modern, cool, hip Kenyan person, I feel like Lucarito is who comes to mind in my mind. So that's the first place that I went when I was thinking of the music. And then I just kind of, he sent me some tracks, because he was there actually when we were filming. He helped, he was like kind of an assistant, camera assistant, producing all of that. So he had sent me some tracks, and I just kind of listened to them, and I was like, okay, this one sounds dreamy, or this one sounds like kind of, you know, euphoric. It makes me feel as if I'm dozing off, or as if I'm like, you know, dreaming. One of the tracks is actually called Dreaming. So we chose that one for the dream sequence, and then from there, it was just kind of picking which of these tracks kind of feels like the yin to the yang of that track, kind of like, you know. Yeah, and that was the process, you know. I think it was pretty quick. Like, yeah, it was really just kind of one round of listening. Adam, what do you think? It was, yeah, this is perfect. And then we kept it pushing. Is Lucarito around? He was supposed to be. There, then there, maybe?
Niaje wase. Yeah. Anyway, nime nice sana, nimebambika sana. My favorite sport ni hiyo ya sokoni. Hiyo kitu ni origi. Yeah, mbaya sana. Alafu my favorite transition ni hiyo ya to the bearing. Noma sana. My question is, amku film komat like ilikuwa green screen for real? Na alafu swali ya mwisho ni mi pia naweza tumia tu sheet ya green na iwork. Bed sheet. For real?
Unaweza tumia lakini utakujiaditia. Yeah. Hakuna, okay, si hard hivyo, like hizo vitu zote ziko YouTube really. Yeah. So yeah.
Habari yanya. So question yangu ni mtu anataka ku rewatch the whole thing, may upload in any other platform for...
It's on YouTube as we speak. It went live as we were going live here.
Okay. Okay, first of all, nataka kusema hii project yote ni genje, ni noma. Congratulations to the team. Alafu niko na question kwa Anto. Nimeona umefanya nollie flip to manual. Sa nilikuwa nataka utupatie the technique behind you landing the nollie flip to manual. Na unajua, of course, hata kufanya ollie manual ikuangi that easier. So nataka utuambie uliezaje kuhakio nollie flip to manual, na like utuambie
ili kutake how long kucommit, na maybe utuambie the technique behind it.
Oh, see, you just skate, man.
Kila mtu ana skate.
You just
check it.
You just show up.
Yeah?
I feel like skateboarding, like any other art form, ina whatever shortcut. Lazima tu put in time. Lazima you visualize unataka alafu ujaribu. But the other physical things tupatane sesh. But yeah, like visualize too venye like how you want to do something, and then you I feel like the best tip I've ever gotten, I got it from a friend. Na nilikuwa najaribu kitu fulani ilikuwa ngumu, akaniambia see, break down too, like breaking down hard things into small possible parts. So I feel like that's how I approach things. Like kama ni let's say like if it's your trick, ndakuwa naijaribu place ingine yenye hakuna obstacle, ama just I feel like it's also metaphoric kidogo to even life, to like breaking down big things to small possible parts. That's what I would say for your question.
So siri ni tutokea na tu TBD. That's it.
But pia kutia bidii in a way that makes sense for you. Like si ati ujiumize cause you want to, like breaking down things helps you achieve things. Hata kama ita take longer time, you still get it na I don't know.
So cheers.
Wow, amazing. Seriously. Why? Nauliza, like, is the skateboard scenes in real life, but akiwa kwa mat ni kaa ndoto. So which one? Is it The Matrix ama? Yeah, ama?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Wow.
Exactly.
Na hiyo ngoma ya mwisho ni ya nani bedhe? The instrumental. Lucorito.
Yeah.
Fire, it's fire.
Great.
Nice. The music's amazing as well.
Thank you. That will also be available soon, somewhere, somehow.
Yeah, what up, guys? Antony kona swali. Not Antony, the guy who edited the video. Ngis. Akona tracks zingine noma. So, Ngis, pia mi unaweza ni editia yangu. How much?
Tutapanga.
Sawa.
By the way, if you don't know this guy, he's one of the guys who inspired us and other people there nawaona.
How much
Original
for his
skateboarders.
tracks?
So where's the mic?
Okay, we have time for just one more question, but like all the guys will be around afterwards. We just need to go prepare for the live performances going in the mist, which you guys should come for. But any final questions? Okay.
It's not a question, but me kitu nimelearn from this video ni ati whatever you're going to do, ukitoka kejani anza kuvisualize. Anza kujipanga like as you are, because distractions ziko na nini. Umse alilala bana nekajipa.
Yeah, we can. Do you guys have any final words before we wrap? Okay, cool. So thanks again, everyone, for coming and watching. As Adam said, it's on YouTube, so you can rinse it as much as you want. And yeah, happy Saturday.